Well, hello again. Welcome again to another episode of Down to Earth but Heavenly Minded. And I'm your host, Risch. And you're listening to Internet Radio. And we are going through the series on prayer and revival. And we're in our last episode. And it's entitled, Why Should I Lead Others to Christ? And it's by Danielle C. Snaddon. So with that said, let us go here.
Prayer Revival, Why Should I Lead Others to Christ, by Daniel C. Snaddon. Winning souls is the greatest occupation. Proverbs 11 verse 30 says, He who wins souls is wise. To witness is a divine command. Matthew 28 tells us to make disciples of all nations, while similarly, Mark 16 tells us to go into all the world and preach the gospel. We must be urgent in our witness because, 1. Time is short, 2. Eternity is sure, and 3. Hell is a reality. The qualifications of a witness. 1. He must be a saved person. 2. He must know the plan of salvation. 3. His life must be clean. If a man purify himself from these, he shall be a vessel unto honor, sanctified. We are to flee youthful lusts, follow after righteousness and fight the good fight, all the while remembering that our body is the temple of the Holy Spirit. 4. He must be spiritually healthy. 5. He must constantly be feeding on the Word. 6. He must spend much time in prayer. 7. He must be yielded to God, see Romans 12 verse 1. 8. He must have no known sin in his life. Neither should he practice any sins. The golden rule of soul winning is to live close to God. In Matthew 4 verse 19, Jesus says, Follow me and I will make you fishers of men. How can a Christian lead others to Christ? The process actually begins in our quiet time. We should begin our day by asking God to bring into our lives those He wants us to contact. A Christian sees more on his knees. During the day we should be watching for opportunities to speak for Christ. Someone might use the name of the Lord in profanity, for example. This could be turned to good use in testimony. The subject of religion comes up often in conversation. We can use this as a stepping stone in testimony. As the opportunity affords itself, tell what Christ means to you. Your success will depend on how much you love the Lord. Quote the Word as often as possible. Hebrews 4 verse 12 says that the Word is quick, life-giving, powerful, sharper than any two-edged sword. It is the sword of the Spirit. A good soldier learns how to use the sword. After all, the Lord used it in conflict with Satan. Follow up in each contact. Most people have to be spoken to several times. We speak once and think we have done our duty. During this period, show little kindnesses to them. Give them good literature to read. Invite them to church and above all, be in much prayer for them. In these contacts it is important to present a challenge to accept Christ. Do not press for a quick decision. Be faithful in presenting the Word, and leave the Holy Spirit to do the work. The rewards of soul winning. There is the present joy and thrill of soul winning, but there is also the joy in heaven. Wouldn't it be rewarding to meet someone in heaven who said, I'm here because you invited me? Think of the thrill when you are rewarded at the judgment seat of Christ. Who then is willing to consecrate this day unto the Lord?
The end